back, you guys. Today I'm coming to you with a how-to video, and this video is going to be an easy meal for college students to make. Okay, so basically it is a rice dish meal. And in this meal, you can use whatever type of meat you want to. Okay, so today I'm going to use some shrimp. And this is like the most expensive meat that you could possibly use. Chicken would be the least expensive. And I used maybe 10 pieces of shrimp. And then I just cut them up into smaller pieces so that they are in more of a bite-sized form, and also so I can get more out of it. Next, I have my rice cooking. I use brown rice, and I have my rice cooking for maybe 15 to 30 minutes. You just want to cook it until it's soft. And so now this is done, so I'm going to cut this off. Next, you want to put some vegetables inside. I want to cut up some onion. I have a piece of the onion, and I'm just going to cut a piece off. And I saran wrap the onion just to make it last a little bit longer. And I'm going to cut them up into bite-sized pieces. Oh, shoot. And this just gives a little bit of flavor to the dish. And so that's how small I'm going to cut those up. And then I have a bag of these sweet peppers that I use all the time. These open, and then you can use however many you want. I'm going to use 4. So I'm going to rinse them off. And then I'm going to start off by cutting off the head. And then after I cut off the head, I'm going to cut off just a little bit of the tail. So this is how much I cut off. And then I'm going to slice it down the middle so that the pepper can open up like this, and you can just rip it apart. And I just take out any of the remaining seeds. We'll try to. And then I'm just going to cut them up into strips. Cut the peppers up into strips. This is my go-to meal because it lasts maybe like a day or two depending on how much you eat. And it's filling. So I cut them into strips like this. And I'm just going to push these over to that side with the onions. And I'm going to cut the rest of the peppers up. Okay, so welcome back, you guys. These are the peppers that I cut up. You're going to need a regular size pan. And in the pan, I'm going to put a little bit of olive oil. Just to oil the pan. If you don't have olive oil, if you don't have any olive oil, then you could use butter, which is what I normally use. And we're going to wait for that to heat up. This is what the rice looks like. And you can make however much you think you need. I didn't really even make that much this time. Inside of the rice, I'm going to add some butter. Sorry. 2 teaspoons of butter. And this is just to give the, okay, so next, I just added the butter in. Next, I'm going to add a little bit of salt. And I put it in my hand first, just so I could be able. Okay, I'm back, you guys. My camera cut off for me, but I added all of the vegetables and broccoli as well into the pan. And I'm just letting it cook for a while until I feel like the shrimp is done. The seasonings I use, I'm not sure what the video got. I had to delete some pictures off of my phone. But the seasonings I used was this. I used a light hand for this. And I used black pepper, heavy hand for that. And garlic and herb, salt-free seasoning, and a heavy hand for that. And I used olive oil to to oil the pan. But if you don't have olive oil, you can use some butter. And this is the butter I have. And it looks very pretty, the food does. Just because of all of the colors. Like I said before, this is my go-to meal because it's really simple and you can use whichever kind of meat you want. You could possibly use ground beef, you can use chicken, you can use shrimp. I've never tried to use fish, but possibly you can. And then you don't have to use a lot of meat. I used about 10 pieces of shrimp. The bag of shrimp was about $10 to $11, and I get about, if I use the whole bag of shrimp just for this meal, I get about 3 uses out of it. And normally I just use like a handful and a half, and that'll be that 1 serving. And I can get about 3 uses out of the bag. And out of this dish, depending on how much rice I make, I can get about 3 meals out of this. So the amount of meat you have doesn't really matter. You can make up that with the rice and using more vegetables if you don't have that much meat. Okay, so this is almost done. And I'm just shaking it around. Sorry about that, you guys. The footage cut off, but after that footage, I mixed the shrimp and the vegetables into the rice, and this is what I got. Okay, you guys, this is a picture after I put the dish on my plate. I mixed in some barbecue sauce just to give it a spicy taste to it, and it made it 10 times better. You can mix whatever type of dressing you like. Sometimes I use Caesar, so it really doesn't matter. Like I said, this is my go-to meal. I love this meal. It's really inexpensive and it's really filling, and depending on how you make it and what you make it with, it's really delicious and really healthy. Stay tuned for more videos. Subscribe, like, and share this video with all of your college friends and seniors. Bye.